So another thing, the importance of posting on Facebook and these other social media platforms. You need to learn the social media platforms. Not all social media platforms behave the same. Okay. So for example, on Facebook, for me, I've been posting, and this has been my traffic in the past few days. So you can see here, these are people who have started identifying my work, and they are always commenting, they are always following, they are reacting. A majority of them are in my business, and this is how you start. And then some of them, they are not in the business. Like this gentleman you see here called Onesmus Kibet is not in my business. Mike Azak, this Chris, and the others, they are not in the business. So people have just started identifying. People have started associating what I am doing, and they are reacting towards it. You can see there. These are very beautiful comments. These are very good reactions, and it goes on like that, like that, like that. Okay, so this is my profile here on Facebook. Let me show you. No, this is my page. I have a Facebook page, and I'm always updating there. Okay. All right. Yes. There we are. So there are only 3 types of. And I've just started posting right now. I finished what I was doing. Now we are getting back into very serious business. Work must be done. Results must be made. And then this is now my Facebook account. No, this is my Facebook page. Let me change. Now this is my Facebook account. Okay, you can also see it also has reactions, 7 of them. Okay, I don't know. Yes. So this is just a few reactions. And then I can also see there's a guy here who is also posting. That guy is called Ansel. That guy posts. Like nonsense. Let me show you. Just now, 3 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 45 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, 14 hours, 23 hours. One day ago. This is one day. Let's continue. 2 days, 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 like that. We continue. There he is. 2 days, 2 days. This guy posts. He does not sleep. What are the So, if you're just going to sit there, 3 days ago, you're just going to sit there. You guys are in trouble. And then he shares. Anything any person in my team posts, he shares there. And he's also enjoying, he's also posting his own things, but he knows how to balance business and whatever he's doing. You can just see, that is 4 days ago. All these things that you're just seeing here, they are just 4 days ago. He's enjoying, he's posting. Yes, he's there, he's enjoying, he's posting his own things. And also, he's also balancing with the business. So you can see, my friends, if you guys are not going to do business, you people are in trouble. That is one of them. We have another one here called, let me show you this one. Let's start with this one. I don't know which one is which. Okay, 634 friends. This is another one. There's another one there. They have started. They are posting. They are posting. Very good. 23rd January. This one is slow. It needs to continue. It needs to increase the intensity. Facebook is very good for posting. Facebook, you can post all those things. That is one of them. There is another one called, let's see, Shayla, I don't know. This one. Let's see this one. And this is another one. Okay. They are there. There is Marion there also. You can see Marion there. There is another one there called Hannah Mwakitindi. They are there. They are posting. They know. They have started seeing. So now, and they are posting with the hashtag Project G8. Okay, you can see there. You can see there. This part of our materials. You can see there. You can see there. Those materials we have created for our team. Photos there. We have these photos somewhere. There is a place where we get them. You can see the materials I've created there, the videos, the whatever. See there. You can see everything is there. Everything has already been set for you to go the business. So it becomes very easy. It is only you to commit. We are the dreamers. They have learned even how to create. I've taught them. You can see this is one of the materials we created for our group. Okay, before this one, were you there? Were you satisfied? Oh, like once. Like that, That is how things are. So that is now what happens. So, and then here. Alright, so I want to teach you now about even other things. Okay, so this is someone. I went to Facebook. I posted there, good evening. We have a small dog here. So I went there, I posted, good evening Zambia. Would you like to work from home? Here's my contact number, blah, 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 on Facebook. So this person gave me the phone number. I don't know if he gave me, no, I prospected him directly. I will show you on Facebook. Before we go there, Joshua Chiteka. Let me see on Facebook. I have found Joshua. So this is him. This is Joshua. And Joshua, I looked for him from Facebook. I just went to Zambia. Let's see. We will get back to Joshua. So let's go like this. Let me teach you now how I got Joshua. I went to Facebook. Okay. I went to Facebook. I looked for Zambia. And then there were this. Then I looked for, I don't know, I can't remember if I looked for group or posts. Okay, so let's continue. The dog has kept quiet. So I searched for Zambia. I went to groups. Then I don't know which group I went. There was just a group that was active. I can't remember properly. Okay. I think it was a page. Pages. There are some pages in Zambia that are very active. I don't know. Zambia Online. We can take like this one. I think I went to a post like this, and then you can see this was 19 hours with 1,000 likes and 800 comments. So it means in the past 19 hours, these are people who are active. We have another one here, 21 hours with 288 likes and 53 comments. So I came here, and then I was looking at the profile picture of people like now. This one, I don't know if this one looks like someone we can do business with. This one is from Fulira. Sometimes I even open the profile picture of the person. I want to see. This is 2020. Can the person be able to afford the capital? Of course, they say don't prejudge, but you also check on that. Other things that I check at is how connected is this person and what is the age of this person. Of course, old people or elderly people, they are well connected. So that is what I look at. I have to look for things that make me, until I get comfortable. Joined in January 2013, only 1,000 friends. I even check on how many friends they have. If I'm satisfied enough, I even check on the things that they are posting. 15th October 2022. This one seems to be slow. I want someone who is active. So that is what I usually do. You just check on the profile picture. Of course, you also know there are some people who are going to be arrogant. They just look at you. You're telling them you want to help them be able to learn on how to create freedom and success. Like you see, this one even has hidden everything. It is private. You cannot even like. August 2022. Zambwa, Kabwe, Mfulira Zambwa, lives in Kabwe. 2,000 friends. 28th January. This one looks good. I think this one you can do business. Okay, though she likes football, so I don't know how we will do business with football, but we will see. So what do I do now? If I'm satisfied, I add friend. Okay, and then I open the friend list. I also check. This one is a police officer. Very good, very good, very, very, very good. This one is very good, very nice. Now this one, how many friends? 358. 6th May 2022. No, this one is a bad one. So that is what I do. Eh? Gertrude. Is this Gertrude? 2019. This one, no. Even it doesn't have anything active on their post. Okay. You can also look for even posts like that. This is me. This is the company. I don't know. You need something. You need something like Pages now. Pages is better. Let's try groups. I also show you 2500 posts. You can look at this one. This one is 27th May. That is very long time ago. This is when. This is 16 minutes ahead. Like this one. 13. This one seems a little bit slow. So you just search for the groups or the pages. You'll find some of these groups which are very active, and then that is how now you are able to identify the person that you want to work with, and after that now you'll be able to friend request them. So Joshua now Chetaka Joshua Chetaka. So that is it. So like that. Now I friend requested him, and then I looked through his profile and I saw he has friends, 4,000 friends. Those are many, and he has been updating 21 hours like that. And I also saw he's someone who is also sharing positive insight and things like that. But I didn't see if there is something else that he's doing that is income generating. So I knew that this is someone who is lacking an opportunity. I knew this is someone who is lacking an opportunity. So because of that, I took advantage. I also even had a look at some of his friends. I haven't seen him posting anything bad. So this is someone who is decent, someone who is likely to have a very good mind when it comes to building the business. This is someone who is likely to be more responsible in terms of helping you grow a team. So that is sometimes I look at, those are some of the few things that I look at. And then you can see him here. He has organized his work very well. He has put there, you can see him, he knows how to use social media. And then he has even featured photos there. I haven't looked at his featured photos, but you can see there are quite many. So he knows what he's doing, which means he also has a circle of friends. Okay. And then I also checked some of his friends, and they were good. They were not bad. They were good. Also, then these are young people. Okay. Getting young people to work with you is usually very difficult. Okay. Getting young people to work with you is usually very difficult in this business because the young people, they do not have experience. They have not suffered. They have not suffered enough. You know, someone who really understands how life is tough. Yes. So as I was saying, it's a little bit difficult and tough to build this business with young people. Okay. However, because young people have not suffered, they do not have responsibilities. Probably the only thing they're worried about is data bundles, how they will look like, who's going to abuse them on social media, and just showing people like that. Okay. But they do not have a lot of responsibilities. So for them to start thinking of creating a huge source of income is not usually a common thing. However, if you get this type of young people who do not wait for you to tell them what is supposed to be done, or the type of young people who, the moment you tell them you need to do ABCD and they start immediately, those are now the people that you also need to work with. So it is not usually that easy to get them. It is rare. Now, this gentleman, he's young. That is one thing. I believe so. He's young. Yes, he's young. And he's young. If you look at him, he's young. But he's someone I can work with there, and he's someone we can go very far with, which means he has less responsibilities, he has more time to experiment, to make mistakes in this business and be able to grow and things like that. And of course, young people are most usually connected to other young people. Elderly people are also connected to elderly people, and elderly people have a chance of making a lot of money with this business within a short period of time because they also bring in more other elderly people. When you have an elderly person in your team, it becomes very easy for you to grow very fast because that elderly person will connect you to other elderly people. Elderly people generally have money. They have money, they have connections, they have bigger connections than us young guys. For us young guys, we have less connections because the people even we have, they're the same people who are just disturbing. So I've seen people, they approach me, they tell me I want business, I train them, I show them everything. When we reach capital, they stop talking to me. After 2 years, they come back crying, oh, life is tough, oh, I wish I had started the business and things like that. So that is what usually happens. If these most of these young people whom you are sharing the business to and they are not talking, they will always follow you. There is a quote in network marketing that says, a lot of people will see you, but only a few will look at you. A lot of people will see you, but only a few will look at you. Okay, it usually happens like that. Now, as you keep on building the business, you'll always attract the success of you'll always keep on growing, you'll always keep on attracting the building up on the momentum. And when you do that, you will get that people will start wanting to follow you. People will start wanting to know what is happening with this guy. What is this guy doing next time? So that is now what you call attraction marketing. Now, when you attract people like that, you build what you call traffic. And that traffic will be your source of prospects for the rest of the time you'll want to build the business. So all you need to do is you need to learn on how to entertain your market, okay? And that is why now this mentorship is very important, okay? So now, let me now show you about how I mentored this gentleman. So we went to WhatsApp, we started talking. All right, now we can proceed with learning. So I was able to find Joshua Chateka. Before we go to WhatsApp status, I show you where we started. This is where I found him. So I had this script. I can see here, greetings. I hope this finds you in a great mood. This is Osinde, and then I put there the flag for Kenya emoji. I'm seeking for a possible career partnership on Facebook from friends and strangers, and I landed on your profile. I'm running a career business and entrepreneurship program that involves poverty eradication, change of lifestyle, wellness, and wealth creation. If we work on this as a team, this can turn into a reliable residual source of income without affecting your daily schedule or taking much time from your time. I have personally benefited from this in a big way. Attached is my 2 years progress. I seek a business partnership with you for 2023 to 2030 period. Is this something you might be interested in so that I can guide you through? And then I sent my photo, and then he said definitely interested. And then I sent him the next text. Here is my phone number on WhatsApp. Let me guide you the right way so that we can weigh the opportunity and see if it is a good fit for you. I gave my number. I am currently online. So he didn't know how to search for me on WhatsApp because probably he saved my number but it didn't update. Then he gave me his phone number, and I was taking it and I sent him a link to my WhatsApp, okay, like that. And then he said, then I will save the number. And then I contacted him. So after that, now this is Joshua Chateka. This is him. So we are going to learn step by step. So this is Mr. Joshua. Nice to see you here. And then then I gave him, have a look at this, and then I asked him, where do you belong? So this is one of our tables we use to help us be able to close ourselves. You can see that it says 4 types of people based on money and time. And then we have category number 1, the ones that have time and money. Category number 2, the ones that have time but don't have time but have money. Category 3, don't have money, don't have time. Category 4, have money and have time. So I used this photo because this photo helps you save a lot of time. It puts a lot of words. This photo is like putting a lot of words into one single place where now someone comes and they see. And here usually people, when people are choosing this, they usually tell themselves the truth. They usually never lie. Like someone looks at the photo, he asks himself some questions and then he say, well, indeed, I'm in position this, I'm in position that. So we have the first category. These are people who change jobs, stroke careers. These are people like students, stroke housewives, stroke husbands, retired people. They work for 40 years and then they retire broke. Of course, you've seen people who have been employed, or other people who have worked in the past, or other people who they have a lot of time, but they are not able to use that time to create resources, or rather to create cash flow. Okay, so that is what usually happens. Now, this category of people comprises of people like students, stay-at-home parents, people who have retired, people who are at home because of health conditions. Maybe you are sick, maybe you are disabled. Now you're just at home. You can't be able to do most activities, like those who are wheelchair driven and all that. That is the first category. Okay, so those are the first type of people. And then we have the second type of people is those who have time. They do not have time, but they have the money. Okay, so these are highly paid people. They drive nice and big cars. We see them from their cars to their office, and that is it. They have no time to spend the money that to spend the money and live the lifestyle they want, e.g. politicians and top doctors. Okay, it is not usually really like that, but at least they have a chance to enjoy. They have a chance to enjoy their life to some degree, but note that much. Most of the time they're usually busy. It's a top paid CEOs and things like that. Okay, that is what usually happens. So you see these people, they maybe they're serving the society, or they're having so many activities to do, or rather they are very active in the things that they are doing. You know, even rich people, they get to a point they retire, but before they do that, you get that now they have to move around. Business moguls like people like Dangote, they move around a lot. There is someone already up to this moment, they have already had more than 30 flights, others more than even 40 flights, just going here and there and doing this and that business, every time business. So that is how it is. So that is the second category. Now, the third category, these are people who do not have money and they do not have time, okay? So these are 95% of the world's population. These are people who work on jobs which require a lot of time, but they get paid peanuts. And an example I like using is, I like asking people, when you are in school, especially people in the African of African origin, or rather in African countries, I like asking them, when you were in school, how many times did your father visit you? Or rather, between your father and your mother, who visited you the most? Who was doing what? Now, most of them, they say, my mom visited me the most. And then I asked them, was your mom working? And they were saying no. So that means their mom was probably in category 1. That is why she had the time, but she didn't have the money. So she used to come, but in most cases, mom wouldn't give a lot because she didn't have a lot of money. That is what happens. And then I asked them, what about your dad? Did he have a lot of time to visit you? No. And then I asked them, who used to support you mostly? Or rather, who used to do most of the support when it comes to, maybe paying school fees and supporting you with pocket money? You hear? My dad used to do that. Okay, so you get that is not the situation. Why? And you ask, was the father working? They'll tell you, yes, my dad was employed. That is how it is. So I believe now here you understand what usually happens. Okay, so you get that now. People who are in category number 3, or that was just an example, people who are in category number 3, they do not have how do I put it? They do not have. Yes, of course they are working, but the salary they are getting, these are majorly people who are working on a salary, or rather who are getting employed and they are being paid through a salary. So you get that most of the times, the money they are using, or rather the salary they are earning, is not enough to buy them the freedom. That is why you hear most of these people, they work for so many years and then eventually they retire, and even a majority of them, once they have retired, they continue doing other things, so that they can be able to sustain themselves financially. That is how it happens. Okay, so that is the third category. And then the fourth category, these are people who have both money and they have time. So they live the lives that we admire or dream about, or rather dream of. They have financial freedom and time freedom. Now these are now guys who have now these are people who are, we say, the wealthiest people in the society. For them, they have found a way to be able to buy more time and make more money at the same time. And because of that, it gives them the ability to be able to live a freestyle life. They have everything. They have the resources. They have the money. They have the resources. They have the money. They are well sorted, so they are enjoying their lives. These are the people, when their kids are born, they start doing things such as skating, taking flights, and all that. They have hobbies. Their kids are already wealthy, so that is how it is. Now, after that, I sent this photo to Joshua Chateka, and he said, number 1, I guess. And you see, this simplifies my time. Instead of asking so many questions, the person just selects, or rather says, this is who I am. Okay, so that is what happened. And then Joshua told me, and then I told him, all right, I was there once, and today I am successful because of the opportunity I'm about to offer you. Okay, so let me share with you the instructions. Remember, this was on 2nd January 2023. Okay, and then he said, all right, sir. So I proceeded ahead, and I told, I have made the business very easy for you, provided you follow through the instructions. Okay, we have 2 types of trainings: a self-training, where we will have access to more information and content for review at your own time, and then a second one we usually do on Zoom with fellow Zambians at 11 hours Zambian time. I will send you the instructions for both, since you will be able to experience the opportunity from different perspectives. And then I started with the self-training. So I told them the first link explained this, the second link explains this, the third link explained this, then the success of our company, the fourth one. And then he said, okay, and then I sent the link. So here I was trying to practice, or rather I was trying to weigh between, like, is it easy to do an online presentation to people? Because this is one of the ways some people in my team are using to do the business. So I tried it with him, and then he said, thanks a lot, sir. And then start with the first link. We usually have a similar session which we can attend by tomorrow and experience the training with other Zambians. I am here, don't be scared to ask questions. And then he said, all right. And then he never came back. So which means the procedure that I used to do the presentation to him did not create enough curiosity to make him to want to attend the training. So that is now one thing I want you to see. When you use a method to do prospecting and presenting and you find that that method is not giving you results, and when I talk about result is the people you're training, they're not coming back, you change the method of presentation, or rather you change the method of inviting someone to the presentation. So because of that, I went to one of our Zambian groups, I took these photos. So I want us to go through the photos. This is someone who did branding, okay? So I have people in my team, some of them, they don't want to do branding. I don't know what is the problem with them. They don't understand that branding is a powerful way of attracting people. There is a book that says how to get anyone to say yes in 8 minutes, and that book, it tells you that looking good, dressing nice is one of the ways of removing the wall between you and people. When someone meets you and you've dressed meticulously well, very decent and excellent, they are likely to open up to you much faster. So if you're in my team and you don't want to do branding, you're messing up your business, you're delaying your results, and you're making your success harder. So let's learn to do branding. Go and get a suit. You can even borrow. Some of us had to borrow suits to do branding. That is how it is. That is where you start from. Especially if you're young, you can't afford these things. Just go borrow a suit. Go there to the photography. Take a very nice photo. Tell him to send you that photo via WhatsApp as a document, or send it to you on email, and then you download it, and then it looks nice like this one, and then go do your branding. Put that photo as your profile picture on Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere. If you try to look for me, almost on all social media platforms, I have almost the same profile photo. Okay, I have almost a similar profile photo. Why? That one is to create an appearance, to create a dominant appearance on social media, so that when you see that photo, you know this is from this gentleman, or these photos, they belong to this guy, for the purpose of professionalism and branding. So this was the first guy there, and then we have another lady there, did the same thing, and then you have another gentleman there who made 950 Zambian kwachas, that is about 6,800 Kenyan shillings, which is about $60 or 65. And then you have another lady here who added an account. All these events, they happen within one day. And then you have another gentleman here who made 300 kwachas. Another gentleman here who has made 300 Zambian kwachas. Another one here was done branding. And these people, they're beautiful. Another one here who has become a silver executive prime by rank. Another one here has done branding. Another one here has joined the business. Mubanga Firi from Zambia. Another one here has done branding, and these are mature people, these are mature person. Another one here has made 1,500 kwachas. Another one here has made 1,600 kwachas. Another one here has joined. Another one here has done branding. Zambians. Another one here has made 2,200 kwachas. Another one here has made how much is that? 13,000 Zambian kwachas. And then another one here has done branding. Another one here has joined the business. And another one here has joined the business, and another one here has done branding, like that. So I sent these photos to him, and then I asked him. Now this was when? This was now on Friday. When is today? Today is on Sunday. So that was on Friday. That was on Friday of this month. So you see, we started on 2nd January, but now this is now on Friday, on around the 4th, 3rd February. Okay, so I sent him the photos. I asked him, Mr. Joshua, can we work together? He said, sure. Sure. So he said that he's sure we can work together. Sure, sir. So I said, are you available for a Zoom meeting? Come tomorrow evening at around 20 hours. He said, sure, sir. And then I sent him the link to the Zoom training. I told him, good news, we'll be having a very powerful Zoom session this Saturday from 20 hours Zambian time for all our powerful Zambian guests, so that we can teach them about our business and how we can empower them to achieve a successful year in 2023. We will be describing to you about our business and how we are expanding our initiative in Zambia to benefit all individuals, including you. Okay, and then you can see here, he said, kindly download the Zoom application, register it. If your name is Osinde John, please change it to Osinde John Project G8. Set an alarm for tomorrow's session. You will use the link below to connect to the meeting, and then meeting link like that. So now the reason why I like asking them to change their name like this is because when you go to Zoom and then when you go to participants, you'll see the names of the people, and then you can search. You just search for Project G8, and then you will see how many people have recorded their name as Project G8 who are supposed to be guests, and then you will see. Now, if I go there and I search and then I see his name as Joshua Chataka. Chitaka is it? I don't know his name very well. Joshua, I see Joshua Project G8. I will know this is Joshua. He's my prospect, or rather, I have a name of someone called Joshua whom I had invited to the Zoom session, and that is how I know that the person has attended. So for me, that is how I like making it easy. For me, I like making my things easy like that, because you go there to the Zoom, sometimes you find that there are like 120 people, sometimes you find there are like 300 people. You cannot know who is your prospect, so that you take screenshots. That makes it easier. Okay, so you set an alarm for tomorrow's session. You will use this link to connect to the meeting. That is the link, password, and then you can see here says once you join the meeting, on the bottom left, tap on the headphone icon to join audio in order to listen to the meeting. Select join via Wi-Fi or cellular data, then listen. Let's meet there. I will be in attendance. And then I asked, is that okay? He said, sure, sir. And then I said, thanks. And then I told him, meanwhile, as we prepare for the meeting tomorrow, listen to this audio. It will teach you about changing your mindset. So I sent him a certain audio. Here is a very good audio. And then he started listening. And then you can imagine this is 20 hours. 20 hours time on Friday, 20 hours, 23 hours in the evening, 20 hours. And then he said, really appreciate it, sir. And then I asked him, have you listened? And he said, not yet. So at around 1 a.m. in the morning, he told me, done. I asked him, how is the audio? Definitely amazing, sir. So here, I started now helping him understand why it is important to think positively. So I reminded him about the meeting, and then I told him, as we are speaking, someone already is a member as of today. Someone is already a member of Zambia as of today. I will explain more details once you go through the training tomorrow. Keep listening to the audio until you start remembering everything. That is how you begin becoming the best version of yourself. Okay, and then let's catch up in the morning. Alert me when you're free. We keep on learning. Okay, now this one is called setting up the next reappointment. You are reappointing the person. You're setting up the next appointment. Okay, so in network marketing, you do not stop talking to someone until you set up the next appointment. That way, you're going to ensure continuity of discussion and continuity of talking to your prospect. Okay. That way it ensures that now the next time you're talking to the prospect, it is not like it is looking like a strange thing. No, you're just continuing from where you left. Okay, so I told him like that, and then you can see here he started responding, started being very positive, and he said, I will hit you up in the morning. Very good. Now that was 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and then this was 7 a.m. in the morning. He had already sent me a message. In Kenya, it is 7:14 a.m. In Zambia, it was 6:14 a.m. And then, good morning, champion. I'm doing very good. I showed him the receipt. I showed him the receipt again with someone when he assigned. KN938460 is usually my user ID. And then I asked him, have you seen how people are grabbing the opportunity? And he said, yes, sir, I can see. Then he asked me, sir, first of all, how much can one start with by investing? I told him that's a very good question. You require a minimum of K3,800. That is 3,800 Zambian kwachas to open your doors to our business and be part of my team. I have invested over 160 Zambian kwachas, and I've pumped into the business a lot of money. I've pumped in more than this. Okay, so let's see how much money I've pumped into the business in Zambian kwachas. So personally, this is the amount of money that I've pumped into the business. That is about more than 380,000 Zambian kwachas into the business. So that is more than 2.5 million Kenyan shillings. If you change that into US dollars, I don't know where is US dollars, United States dollars. That will be about close to 20,000 or something, about 20,000 US dollars into the business. That is how much I've pumped in. So I told him like that, and then he said, for me the only money I have is 800 kwachas, and then he wants to use that money for the exam. So I started now giving what you call mind setting. Mind setting is very important, and mind setting, you need to give it to someone who is willing to learn, and if you find this person is in a situation where they are not able to decide. Okay, so I used my own example to tell him. Even me, in my case, I had to drop out of campus because I could not be able to sustain myself in that environment because I could not afford that lifestyle. I could not afford to take care of myself. I could not even afford to have school fees to do the exams. I could not afford to print even assignments. So that is how my life was. So I told him here, you need to depend on yourself because you're a man. Men do not get support in the society like that easily like women. This business is your key to that beautiful life. In just 1 to 3 years, you will have it all. And then he said, but for me, only my money I'm having is 800. That is the only money I have. Nothing more, nothing less. I told him, don't worry. Okay, so this gentleman was lucky to complete his high school. So what did I do? I referred him to the photo of Francis Firi. This is Francis Firi, okay? Consider he has made 13,000 Zambian kwachas. He has 15 accounts. That is 90,000 Kenyan shillings, about 900 or 850 US dollars. So I told this young man that, do you see this person who is here? So let's go here. I told him this gentleman here was luckily enough to complete his high school. We promised him that if he starts the business, we will mentor him. In less than or in about 2 years, see how far he has gone. So the big question is, do you think this business needs you, or do you think you are the one who needs the business? And you can see here, he has dreams to come true, and he said, I am the one who needs the business. So why did I do that? I wanted him to see the importance of the opportunity. Sometimes we present this business opportunity to people and people do not take it seriously. They take it as a joke. Why? Because they do not understand how much some of us have invested into the business. That is the first thing. And number two, they do not understand how powerful this business can become. You see? So I've done that, and you can see there he responded. And then tell him, now, if you are the one who needs the business, then be assured that the business is indeed powerful. The business will give you everything you are looking for outside there. Do you remember some of my photos that I sent you? And he said, yes, I do remember. That is what we are talking about, okay? So I told him a lot of people are scared of our business because our business forces you to grow up mentally. For you to earn an income in a business like ours, you must grow mentally. Mental growth is what we call personal development. Since the mind of people know that growing in this manner is not easy, they create excuses to tell themselves that they are okay with where they are. Once you discover that personal development is the gateway to changing your life, you have started winning. And he said, I agree with you. Now I told him, in my case, not completing university was not my choice. I wanted to graduate back then, but today I can decide to go back to school or never go back to school because I have this powerful business that has changed my life completely. And he said, yes, indeed, sure, sir. And then the next thing I told him is, the same thing applies to you. You are a man. You need to build your value. Women, as long as they look beautiful, they have a nice face and a body, and they are young, and this is when they are in their prime, every man needs them. That is what usually happens to us in the society. A young man of age 19 and a young woman of age 19, the woman is way valuable than the man at that age. But as time goes by, a young man of age 30 and a woman of, a man of age 30 and a woman of age 30, the value changes. So that is what usually happens. So I told him, for a man age 18 to 28, no one wants you. But once you add value by making your money, even if it is age 25, people will respect you. Okay? So this is mindset thing. Now, do you just learn that for a man, the more you age and the more financially secure you become, the more valuable you become. That is why in the society we have sponsors, and they are taking the young ladies from the young men, because sponsors, they have reached a certain age, they have the age, and they also have the financial success. So the society has turned men into that. That is what now we have to deal with, because that is how things have turned, okay? But now there are some people who do not know that, and once you know something like this, it helps you be able to look at life a few kilometers, or rather a few miles, or rather a few years ahead. You are able to project where you could be in the next few years, in the next day. You are able to see how you are going to change your future. That is why you need this knowledge. And of course, this is very good knowledge you can also use to do what? To mentor people outside there. If it were for a woman, I would tell the woman, of course, the society gives women a little bit of bigger advantage than men. However, you have to understand that as a woman, you also need to, as much as you are willing to get a husband and be humble enough maybe to be in a family, to be in marriage, you also need your own way, your own grip, so that Even if your money is supporting you to do A, B, C, D, you also have the money to do the things that you want to do for the people that you love and for your family. You understand? And of course, it brings in more respect when you're someone who is responsible. Every person is supposed to be responsible. The reason why we have a lot of chaos outside here is because people are not willing to be responsible. Okay, so that is how I would advise a lady so that she understands. Of course, by the end of the day, financial empowerment is a good thing. Once you are able to do something for yourself, and the rest of it you can save it for your future generation, or you can set up something for your future generation. That is the main aim. But you get that these days in the society, people are too selfish. People are too selfish to see that working together as a team in a business like network marketing is a good thing. So a majority of people, that is why a lot of people say that our business is bad, because they were never taught how to work together as a team. You see, the group work that you went through in high school was a way to make you start learning on how to tolerate workers who are stubborn, so that now when you become employed in the society outside here, when they give you work to do as a group, sometimes you're going to have workmates who are very stubborn, who are not even going to appear, who are not even going to do tasks together. And since you have been exposed to do the same thing over primary school, high school, and university, since you have been exposed to do the same thing, it becomes normal to you. So you just deal with it and you just accept it. And that is why we usually have some people who have worked for a certain company in a very loyal way, and then they retire with nothing, or they get sacked, and you see them complaining, and you hear them saying, I gave this company my all. You hear them saying, I loved this company more than I loved anything else. Why did they sack me? And people do not understand what usually happens. So it's usually like that, because to them you are a threat, because they see that if that is your commitment to the company where they have employed you, if they leave you to continue like that, one day you're going to take their positions, and for them they are threatened. So I believe now you're learning a lot of things here. These are normal things you need to learn in network marketing, and this is just normal knowledge. It will help you in closing sales, okay? And it will even help you understand where someone's objection is coming from. Like why is someone objecting the business? I mean, why is someone's rejection coming from? Why is someone rejecting the business? Why is someone saying that the business is bad? Which mentality are they using to come to a conclusion that the business is bad, okay? Yes, so it is important you learn this basic knowledge. Now, that is how sometimes I advise people. I give people different types of advice. So, do not always use the same advice on every person. Like, if this person was an old person of age 60, I will not be telling him about this, because for him, the time has already moved. So, that is how it is, okay? But I tell him, but for you, things are different. That is why we have a business like this for men like us. Today, people respect me because I have been able to create the life I wanted because of this business. Okay, and then he said, real talk indeed, sir. Okay, now you can see he has even started responding and is following. These are the signs of a good prospect. A good prospect is the one who engages, and they don't send you like one word. You are able to see they are following. And then that is what we mean when we say we are the ones who need the business more than the business needs us. And I am glad you listened to this audio, because this audio audios like this open up your brain and the way you think. And I said, I agree with you, sir. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. And then believe in yourself and give yourself a chance to become like us. And then he said, sure, sir. Then he said, the way I'm having these 800 kwachas, definitely it ain't enough for me to start a business. What's your advice, sir? To tell the truth, I got nowhere else to find the rest of the money. I can't lie. That is the only money I have to pay my exams. But for me, I want to do business. You see, it has already even changed. One of the other signs of a good prospect is that they close themselves. They close themselves. A good prospect closes himself. You find them telling you, now, you see, for me, this is what I have, but I have seen that the business is a good one, and I'm thinking, now, how am I going to join and start building? You can see here he's saying, I only have 800 kwachas. Definitely that is not enough. And to tell the truth, there is nowhere else I can find the rest of the money. I can't lie, sir. That is the only money that I have to pay for my exams. But for me, I want to do business. Okay? So now advise me. So I told him we have two options we can use. First of all, I want you to attend today's training. Then just listen to what people are doing. See how many people come to the meeting and all that. Then I will share with you how I will support you. The first plan is that If you get me someone who is joining the business, like 1 or 3 people, I will take them, and then I will get you a business and account which you will start with. That means they have to start building on the business, so that if they get someone who wants the opportunity, they bring that person to me. Since I'm the one who has the accounts, I will encode those people under myself, and then the money that I make from those encodings, I give him to start a business. Okay, so that is the first option that I had given him. And then I tell him the second option is that the health part. If we get uh, if we get individuals who want to recover, that is what I meant to write. If we get individuals who want to recover health-wise using our supplements, we will give them a good dosage of our supplements. This way, you will be able to get free money to start the business. I will teach you how to succeed in any of these options. I have helped many people in my team start the business like this because I know how hard it can be for some other people to get the capital. And then now what I did, this is what I did. I sent him testimonies of people that have been able to recover. So you can see here we have a first testimony. Hello, this is someone who joined the business and they sent the supplements to their parents, and their parents gave them very good feedback. This happened within just a week. This is someone who also wanted to lose weight. She was 90 kilograms. There you see she was saying she wanted to lose weight. This is the supplements they got. Okay, and so this person wanted to lose weight and he was also having cramps, and they started using the supplements, and the other day they were giving me very good feedback that they have seen change. Then we usually have Zoom sessions where we train individuals about our supplements. These sessions, they have not been happening, but usually there are health sessions from time to time which I'll be returning. Okay, then this is somebody who was about 132 kilograms, already lost 7 kilograms. And then this is another person from UK whom I was showing the testimonies, and they told me thank you for saving people's lives. This is another person who was having a condition called Steven Johnson's condition, recovered. This was someone who was sending me a friend because they saw that I had treated someone. This was someone from Zambia who was having DVT and hypertension, recovered. This was someone from USA who was having old age related conditions, fatigue, and had back pain and some other conditions, recovered. This was someone from Ghana who had different thrombosis and hypertension and overweight, recovered. This someone from Kenya was having sickle cell anemia and was also having menstrual problems, got better. Someone from UK was having myoma and obesity and acne. Someone from Congo was having peripheral nerve pain because of diabetes. Someone from this Adhiambo, the mother, was also having hypertension and obesity. The mother lost weight, the hypertension got better. This was someone who wanted to lose weight. You can see that the difference between the first photo and later on there is some weight change on the this side. You can see it. This happened in 2 weeks. This was someone, the same day he had an accident with a motorcycle, and then the same day, within less than 12 hours, this is what happened to the wound. This was someone from Zambia who had a problem with the glaucoma, had a problem with the heart. She was telling me that there was a hole in the heart, and she started using our supplements, and there was very good recovery. Even the glaucoma disappeared. So that is how powerful our supplements are. This one was from Zambia. This is someone from UK. He had you can see here, thank you sister for the information and testimonies that you have shared with us. I am very glad to testify about my husband. He had lymphoma and he was meant to go to chemotherapy. Lymphoma is a type of cancer. So he was meant to go for chemotherapy, and when he started this treatment, after 3 weeks they didn't find any cancer anymore. So what happened to this person is that this person had lymphoma, and he had other related conditions. He had hepatitis, he had gallbladder stones, he had he had a problem with blood poisoning. The chemotherapy, they said it was too much for him, that he went into a coma for 3 months because the chemotherapy was too heavy. He had so many conditions. His body was swollen. He had hypertension. He had cholesterol issues. He had so many conditions all at once, and I think that is what made him go into a coma. Now, they talked to me. They consulted me. They asked me for medical support. I gave them, for medical advice and support, I gave them everything and guidance. They made the payments, they bought the supplements, and then after buying the supplements, we exported. When the man woke up, they started administering the supplements via tube. And after 3 weeks, he was discharged. He went home, he recovered, he got strong, he got better. They went back to the hospital, they found there was no cancer. The doctors, they didn't believe. They told him, you need to continue with the chemotherapy dose. I told them, no, he should not go back for any chemotherapy. Let him stay at home and continue using the supplements. And that is how he recovered. And this story made so many people in the UK become so surprised, because they knew that man and they saw how badly he was when he was in the hospital. Now, when he woke up, people are so surprised, and that is how now I started building my team in the UK. Okay, so that is what happened. And then we have another testimony here of another person from UK. Gave a very long testimony here. This lady went through a hard time because of chemotherapy. For her, things changed. The cancer, breast cancer, really ruined her, but things are much better from that testimony. And then here we have another lady from UK, London. She had diabetes, hypertension, senescence, fibroids, and related condition. She also had HIV/AIDS. So you can see here's giving a testimony. Morning, doctor. I have been on the supplements for about 12 weeks. I just want to encourage someone today. Before I was always feeling tired, and I feel within myself with a lot of energy. Work has become very easy. I don't even think about it. I just get out of for about 4 miles and I'm back and I'm feeling very okay. I used to struggle with housework, not anymore. All these things that were a problem, they are no more. My health has improved. Word of encouragement, don't hesitate to try our supplements. Have a blessed day. Like that. Very powerful testimonies there. And then we have another person here. The person who asked me for this dosage is someone in our business. She had ulcers, and I gave her a dosage. She started using. She got much better. She continued building the business, and then one day she contacted me and asked me for a dosage of asthma. I sent her. They sent to the person who was asking for this dosage was someone from Zambia. So that person in Zambia had a child who was having asthma attacks every now and then. So you can see that was May 29th, 2021. And then on June 7th, 2021, the feedback was sent to me. I am good and very happy because an asthmatic I introduced to the product had responded very well, and she started going to school last week. This girl could suffer from asthmatic attacks even twice a day, only to be resisted at the hospital, but from the time she started using the products, she has not suffered from any asthmatic attack. Thank you for introducing me to these life-saving products. You see, that is how our business is. And then you have this testimony here from Ghana. This was the guy who had DVT. You can see there he has been losing weight. He has been having a problem with losing weight. He used to tell me that I've tried losing weight, nothing is happening. And then that was December 19th. And then you can see that there was very good change. Okay, and then there's another one here, was having problems with the very, very painful menses, but you can see there he's saying my tummy hurts. And then he said, you can see there in between there, he said last month's period were very painful, but this time around they were different because she has been using our supplements. So our supplements even help people who are having painful menses. Very powerful. And then things to note, this is what I usually ask people before they give us. You need to find out more information about the patient who needs to use the supplement. So I usually require this. The person has to give me the health history and what they are going through and how they became sick. Like they have to tell me the story or the journey of their health issue, or rather their health condition, so that I understand what is happening. For women, they have to inform me if they are pregnant, if they are breastfeeding, if they are in the first trimester, second trimester, or third trimester, if they have any female reproductive organs related conditions like breast cancer, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer, cyst, like that. I need to know. And then give the age of the person, the height and the weight. I like doing that if the person has a condition with obesity. So I need to calculate the BMI. And then do inform me if someone has ulcers, hypothyroidism, kidney failure, or autoimmune conditions. I like asking that. Kindly give me any other necessary information that the person that you think might be important, as medical reports and things like that. So I also ask for that. Now, once they have sent me all those informations, I get to know what the person is going through, the health status of the person, and from there I'm able to advise. That is what I usually do. For me, it is very easy like that. That is how I've been helping a lot of people. And then you can see here, I also sent him the list of the diseases we manage. Okay, that is, I was wondering what that was. So okay, so let's continue. So those are the photos, and then you can see the amazing stuff, sir. Thank you. I'll definitely look for one, sir. So you can see here he has agreed that he's going to look for someone who either wants to buy the supplements or wants to join the business. Okay, and then our business is all about teaching people how to help themselves and become independent. As you can see, it is not just about the money, no, but we are helping people become successful. That is why that is what you see on these photos. Okay. Good. And then you see here, I told him our business is all about teaching people how to help themselves and become independent. As you can see, it is not just about the money. No, we are helping people even become healthy. You can imagine how many people in the society we can impact. And then he said, how does the iron work? So here I was explaining to him about how I'm going to support him to be able to raise the money. So I want us to listen to the audio and then we see what happens. So let's listen. Let me do my settings. So let's listen. Oh, hello Joshua. That was a spelling. You know, I'm still in bed, so I'm typing from bed. So what I simply meant is that we have two options. We have two options through which I can support you. Okay, that 800, keep it very safe. So the first option is you have a small idea of our business, and of course, you know, in Zambia there are so many people who are trying to look for a way to survive and change their lives. Okay, so if I support you to learn how to grow the business, so that you start working on the business, and then you get me like 2 or 3 people who want to join the business who have the capital. Now, what happens is that I will take these people, like 1 to about 3 people, depending on where I put them, I am going to make some money. And the money that I make is now the money that I can withdraw, and then I give you, so that now you use it now to join the business. That is the first way of supporting you. Why? Because right now you do not have money, and me personally, I have a lot of financial obligations. I'm helping so many people, so every coin I make is very important. So it has to go back to my team to help my people. However, if you help me get individuals like 1 to 3 individuals who are joining the business, of course, when they connect, there is some money that I'm going to make. So that money that I make, I give it to you so that you start the business. Okay. So for example, if you get like 2 people and I make something like 3,000 kwachas, or maybe 3 people and I make something like even 3,800 kwachas, I give it to you. You start the business. You understand? That is one way of helping you. The other way, you have seen those photos that I've sent you about people who have recovered, the health photos, those ones. You get that outside there, we have people who are sick. They have diabetes, they have stomach ulcers, they have cancer, they have fibroids. You've had the women complaining they have fibroids. Others, they have a stroke. Those are the individuals that we are targeting. So what you simply do, you can even take photos like those ones, the ones that I've sent you. You approach someone like a headmaster, a principal in high school, the ones that you know that have these conditions, and then you just approach them. You know, you're just sharing something good to people. You want to see outside here how many people can we help. So you just approach even a headmaster. I tell them, hello sir, I trust you're doing great. This is Mr. Joshua, and we are running a very big program here in Zambia that is aimed at helping people and eradicating poverty. Look at these photos here. Do you know someone who might be sick, who is looking for a way to recover? You know, these diseases, hypertension, ulcers, stroke, these bad lifestyle diseases. We have a way to help these people. Would you know someone who might be interested in this? And then you send the photos. Now, if that principal looks at the photos and he sees that these photos are good, there is someone who might need our help, he will tell you. And then from there, now we start talking to the person, and then now I guide the people, I give them the price of the supplements, the dosage and everything, and then they make payments, and then we buy, and then we export. Now that one we will buy from, we will see where to buy from. Okay, so that is one way. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're in Lusaka or where. Okay, that is the first way. The second way is assuming that now you have gone through the training, you understand how the business is. I keep on mentoring you, you learn the skills, and you say, now that I know the skills, but I don't have a business account, I want to start building the business as if I am a member. So I teach you everything. We usually have Zoom trainings for Zambia. So I teach you even how to invite our friends. I teach you even how to prospect. And then you just start building the business as if you are a member of the business, as if you are already in business. And then you just build the business. And people will believe you. Why? Because I'm there to support you. We just say, I'm there to support you, I'm your mentor. So I teach you what you need to do. You start doing, you start inviting. I help you through. I even help you create your own WhatsApp group. We start motivating people. We start encouraging people. And then whoever who joins, the people who join, the first person who joins, and the second or maybe the third one, I take them, I put them somewhere under me. And then the money that I make, I give you. You use that money to start the business. Those are the two ways I have been using to help anyone else. And if you look at that mechanism, it is very fair. Why? Because by the end of the day, everybody wins. I teach you, you do what you're supposed to do. I make the money for you, I give you the money, you start the business. I guide you to get people who are sick, you do what you're supposed to do, I support you, we make the sale, you win. So you see, every person wins. And that is the method I'm using to help people who cannot be able to afford the capital get started. Other methods that I'm using is, if I don't know if you have parents, I don't know if they are there. If you have parents, you can start sharing with them about the business. You just be sending them the photos that I'm sending you. And then you just tell them, I need you to support me. Or maybe a guardian, I need you to support me in this business. You tell them you need their support like that. And then one day, you introduce me to them. You tell them, my parents, this is the guy that is willing to support me to grow. I talk to them. I can even, because of me, some of your parents, if there is a parent, or rather if there is even a champion who is young, maybe they have just finished high school and they have their parents and they want their parents to support them. I can talk to their parents on their behalf, and their parents can decide to support you. I've done that already. And we have one champion in our team. The mother wants to support him by next month so that he can get started with the business. These are the options that I have that we can actually try and see which one do we have that we can use to get you started in the business. But by the end of the day, if both of us are serious, we will not lack a way to start the business, okay? So I believe now you understand what I'm trying to communicate. Great. So that was what I shared with him, and he understands. And you can see here, he has started now opening up. He's closing himself. He says there are so many people whom we can help in the society, okay? So I told him this quote by Zig Ziglar that says, if you help enough people solve their problems, your problems will disappear. And now he understands, okay? So let us use this business to teach people how to solve their problems, and our problems will disappear. I'll teach you a lot of things, and then I have more audios you'd like to listen. So I sent him another audio there. And let me see what this was. So I sent him another book. I sent him another book to read. So I want us to listen to what the book was saying, or rather what the audio was saying. Okay, so let's listen. I found for you another book. It is called The Mountain Is You. This book talks about how you, as an individual, can prevent yourself from becoming successful because of how you think and the things that you tell you. The book teaches you about how you can self-sabotage yourself. Self-sabotaging yourself means you are the one who is responsible for the outcome that you get, okay? I can see it is 64 MBs, it is a little bit big, but it is 5 hours. I want you to start listening to this book as you prepare for today's evening meeting. These audio books that I'm sending you, don't worry. If you lose them, there is a place where you're going to get them. I'm going to send you the link, and I'll be adding more books there. When you go there, you will find that I have an audio book, the one you can download and listen as music. Even if you are working, you can listen to it. If you have earphones or headphones, you can listen to it. And then we have the book, the PDF. If you want to download the book and take some screenshots of the book and post on your WhatsApp status, you can do that. If you want to listen to the audio like this one here, like the music, the first thing that you do, you download it first. You download it. After downloading it, it gets into your phone. And then after that now, you go into the music, into your phone, into the music section. You search for this file. You search for this file in the music section. And then now you listen to it through the music application. That is how you're going to learn. Now, just listen to this audio. Listen again and again and again and again and again until you can be able to recall most of the things that the audio talks about. That is how you make your mind remember. That is how you activate your subconscious mind. I believe that the first book about feeling is The Secret. It has taught you about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the husband, the subconscious mind is the wife. So if you need to change everything about how you change, about how you think, and about how everything works, look into the subconscious mind. Help the subconscious mind remember something. And that is why you need to repeat, so that what you're listening to now gets behind into your subconscious mind, into the wife. so that now it can stick there. Now, once it is inside there, your brain will be using the same knowledge to help you even become a better person in the future. That is how things are done. So we have so many things to learn. It is just now your responsibility to make sure that every day you're learning something, every day you are improving. If you're finished things to read, you ask me, I give you more. If you want to discover more, you ask me. If you want to understand, if you have a question, you ask me, I give you. And because I'm having a very big team, I'm going to be adding you to one of our WhatsApp groups. I want to connect all my Zambian people and put them in one place so that it becomes very easy for us to grow. And remember, if you're in that group and you have joined the business, and there is someone who is joining, I can even decide to give you a spillover. A spillover is a way of supporting you. I help you build a team as you're also building the team. So we are going to work together. There are so many things I'll teach you, but I believe that where we are headed, we are going to become successful in the very near future. So put in the discipline, be willing to grow with me. I'm one guy who's very serious, very committed. You have seen some of the things I've helped you discover within this short period of time that we have chat. That is my nature, okay? So let us do something big for ourselves. And then there he was saying thank you, he was appreciating and all that. And then you can see he gave me someone who, a sick person already, a hip pain, she's feeling her legs are paralyzed and all that. And then he also sent me a contact to his friend, and he told me my friend wants to talk to you and he wants to learn about the business. And then you can see there, we continued chatting. I sent him the list of the diseases. I think I've already talked about this photo, this one. So these are the questions to ask and all that. And then we started exchanging more. And he told me he's in Lusaka, Zambia. We have our office in Lusaka, Zambia, like that. And then you can see here, I sent him more testimonies. This was the testimony for someone who was having, what do you call it, ulcer. So I started teaching him how to deal with sick people like that. You can see he had already identified the condition of this sick person. This sick person, you see the sick person he was telling me about here. This sick person, he has already identified one of the conditions. You can see here. Okay, he has already identified that. This was the feedback from that sick person. He was now sharing with me the feedback from the sick person, the one that he wants me to talk to. I guided him on what to do. I sent him the product presentation. He started going through. He sent me another feedback, and then from there everything now started moving on well. So here today he has attended the meeting, and in our meeting he heard about Francis Firi. Francis Firi was the gentleman we saw who had made 13,000 Zambian kwachas with 15 accounts, and he told me he wants the phone number to communicate with him. You can imagine he's saying that Francis Firi is his classmate. Was it classmate or schoolmate? So this is very wonderful because these are people who know each other. So the guy is going to join, Joshua is going to join the business because he has more proof, and because he knows Francis Firi, and Francis Firi is one of the guys who has succeeded in the business also from our Zambian team. And you can see here he is now hungry. Some people are telling him the business is fake, it is a scam, and he's very hungry. He wants to tell them that you guys, you need to keep your lane. And I can't watch to start up on the business on one account. Just kindly assist me with the information on how I can attract people to join and help themselves out as well. It really has a lot of testimony from the Zoom meeting. He had a lot of testimony from the Zoom meeting, including Mr. Samuel Washira's testimony and things like that. You see, he hasn't even seen my testimony yet, okay? But you can see he's already motivated. Even mom, you can see here he has already told the mother that I don't want to go back to school. And I think that caused problems. Yes, of course it did. She was like, the same K you have, if you spoil it, then I will not give you any money. You need to go back and do your exams. And then, I explained to him that is Francis Firi's contact. And then he wants to be mentored. He really wants to be mentored. And then here I started telling him, the same way I have trained you, the same way I have trained is what you do. The same way I've trained you, I've mentored is what you just follow through. So let's see what this audio is all about. Before that, this is now when he was telling me about the rejection his mother was giving him, and then I sent him some advice here, so let's listen to it. Yes, it usually happens like that. We call that rejection. Rejection comes from the closest people that we love. Sometimes when you see something that is going to help the people who are around you, usually the people who are around you do not see the same thing. So when you tell them that you have a plan that can help both of you, they do not believe, because for them, they never saw the plan. They never had the same chance like you. So because of that, they are going to reject you. Now those are family members. It happens like that. Even Francis Ferry had the same problem when he started the business. He started in around January 2021. Yes. It has taken him about 2 years to reach where he is. He started with one account. He has been building the business. He joined a certain team. The person who brought him, only right now, I think she has about the moment the person who brought Francis Ferry had like one account when Francis Ferry was joining, and from that time up right now, Francis Ferry has just been committed, just doing the business, waking up every day, prospecting, inviting, going to Zoom, doing the presentation like that repeatedly, and reinviting and reinviting. That is the same thing I want you to do. So the only thing that you're going to spend is money for data bundles only, and the second thing is money for an account. Once you get an account, you're sorted. The next thing is just to find bundles and do the meeting, just like that, and do prospecting and inviting. Now for you, you have a Zambian number. For you, it is easy. For us, when we have Kenyan numbers, sometimes when we invite people, they don't text us because we have Kenyan numbers. But for me, I don't like pretending or changing. I just use my number. If you want to find me, you will find me. Why? Because for me, most of my work and testimonies are found online. Okay. Now you can imagine Francis Ferry. You've seen he has about 13,000 Zambian kwacha, and he has 15 accounts. And for me, I have more than more than 30 accounts. And Francis Ferry has been building the network for me. I have now started building my network. Where do you think I'm going to be headed in the next 6 months, in the next 1 year? I'm going to make too much money, too much money. So that is what usually happens. Now, you don't worry about your mom. Right now, she's just scared about you because you are disobeying what she wants. Our parents, even me, when I started, they said I have joined Illuminati. I have joined in here in Nairobi, they call them Wakora. Wakora is those are people who take things from people, people who lie, con men, those ones. So I have joined Wakoras or I've joined con men, and they are going to shoot me because very soon they will find me and they will kill me. That is what they told me. 2 years, 3 years down the line, right now I'm living in my own house. I do not have any problem. I'm not stressing anyone. I was tired today. I'm from waking up. I can continue working the way I want anytime. That is the beauty of the business. The business has given me what you call freedom. And I'm enjoying life because of the same business. So you don't need to be worried. The only thing that is standing between your success right now and where you need to be in life in the next few years is that money for the account. And we have said we have methods on how to raise it. If you are in Lusaka, you can even trace our office where it is. We have our office somewhere there in Lusaka. You go there. When you're going to the office, you have to understand. We also have bad people there. You can go there, they lie to you, they tell you to join their team and things like that. So you be careful. When you're going there, you know very well that your mentor is from Nairobi, Kenya. Number two, you are going to be joining the business through Zambia. Number three, like the other gentleman who joined. Number three, your mentor is very much willing and ready to help you. You have seen how far we have come in just 1 day or 2 days. You've seen the things that you've discovered, and the person called me, the woman called me. We talked. That is the grandmother to your girlfriend. We talked, and she told me all the conditions and everything. I recorded everything, so I'll be responding to her. And then I got tired and I slept. So that is what happened. Now I'm awake. I want to see how to proceed with the rest of the training, and then from there we see what to do. Okay. So that is what is happening. That is what usually happens. They usually say something good is always rejected by people. Something good is always rejected by people. How many people do you think told me that the business is a scam? So many people, so many people. But how many people do you think believed in me? Just a few of them. And those few people, they have enabled me to reach where I am. I have gone very far in the business. So we have a lot of things that we are going to be discussing in the very near future. And I'm very happy that you have seen people like you are doing the business. Imagine 2 years. That is how fast it has taken Francis Ferry to reach where he is. Of course, there has been a lot of support. I am part of the people who has been mentoring him. He has been having his own mentors and things like that. So that is what usually happens. Now, for you to learn how to become like Francis Ferry, you need to go and just listen to the business presentation that he has been sharing on how do we call it, on Zoom. We just listen, like you take for example like the Kenyan training, you listen. You listen to it. You take the Zambian training. The Zambian training we have is a little bit old. I need to update it. So I'm waiting for our team to give us the newest version of the presentation, and then from there now I can update it on our YouTube channel, and then now from there now everything will be set. Okay. Apart from that, you have seen the skills we have. Now I believe after going through a few of the skills and a few of other things that I've given you, and after listening to the training from Zambia, now I believe you understand where we are headed. Okay. So that is how things are usually done. Yeah. Good things are rejected as usual. It's very funny, huh? It's very. So that is what happened. I explained to him. Now I want us to listen to how he's responding, and this one is going to teach us something. So here you can see he's saying, kindly share with me Francis Firi's line. I just want to see a long-time friend of mine. And then I shared, and can see here he says, sir, I really want the tips I mentioned in the voice note. So this is the voice notes. Let's listen to the voice notes so that now we can also learn. We are here to learn, because the problem that you see this gentleman facing are the same problems people who are going to be joining your team are going to be facing, and we are going to learn. This is just one person we are going to learn from. We are going to learn from so many other people. I have so many stories to teach you. For me, I like using examples to teach you so that you understand that this is something that happened and this is how we handled it, because that is how our business is. There is no way you cannot learn from people. You must learn from other people. That is how network marketing is. So let's listen to his story, and if all goes well and he decides that he's going to build this business the right way, this gentleman is going to have a very beautiful story in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, so let's listen to his story. And by the way, before we proceed, those of us who know that guy called Elias Muhozi, Elias Muhozi, you just remember the name. You will hear us mentioning him in one of our groups. Elias Muhozi comes from a royal family. I don't know if it is a royal or rich family. He comes from a very successful family. That is why you hear the guy has a certain degree from Makerere University. It was on statistics and data analysis or something. So he comes from a very successful family. And when he joined Alliance in Motion Global, people in his family rejected him. They sidelined him. And then he told them it is okay, which is fine. He started building the business. That guy has made over 500 million Kenyan shillings in a period of 5 years. I think right now he's close to 800, 900 million Kenyan shillings. That is close to 1 billion Kenyan shillings with Alliance in Motion Global Uganda. You can imagine that guy that guy does the business like a crazy guy. He doesn't rest. He even goes to meetings even today. Okay, so I will try to check if he has a status today. That is Elias Muhozi. You see him so that you know who he is. So that you know who he is, and then from there we see what happens. Okay, so this is a very beautiful business. So let me see if I can see if there is Elias Muhozi. So Elias Muhozi has not put a status. So now let's listen to the audio from this gentleman. We learn something. We are here to learn. Okay. Yeah. Good things are rejected as usual. It's very funny, huh? It's very, very, very funny. I can't stop laughing because I can just imagine like how their faces would be. Let me say, just after I start putting up the business and they see that everything is genuine, everything is real. Because I know the reason why she rejected. At first I got scammed. I got scammed by these Nigerian people. They scammed me and I lost a lot of money. So I'm sure that's the reason why she was afraid. She was like, they'll scam you again. But for me, it's your own good. It's your own problem. Don't ever involve me in such. So I was like, okay, no problem. I'm on my own. And definitely, I want them to say that this is truly a genuine thing. This is truly working. And they will soon see how these things is run. And they'll be like, I also want to have an account whereby also I'll be benefiting a lot because everyone will be wanting to have his or her own account. So that's the advantage I have. So
The main thing right now here is just for me to have an account. So like for instance, if I look for people who want to join the business and I direct them to you, which means can I be able to start up an account if at least I convince maybe one person or two to join the business? Is it definitely qualified that you can open an account for me? And I just need some of the tips whereby I can convince these people out there. I just want these kind of tips whereby I can convince them so that they get attracted, so that they believe. That's the tips I'm looking for right now. So, like you said you're planning something for us on how we can approach people nicely and how we can be responding to them so that we get them attracted and can be able to join the business as well. So those are the such kind of tips I'm wanting right now, because I'm definitely sure by this week I might at least convince 2 or 3 people, or one if I'm not mistaken. Only if I have those tips to convince them. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice, very, very nice. You can see the gentleman is already ready for the business. I don't know even, he just attended the meeting right now. Now he knows what is supposed to be done. Now, let me talk about, there was a time I was saying it is also very good to work with young and hungry people. Now, when it comes to young people are quite stubborn when it comes to our business. They have a lot of challenges. They are unfocused. They don't have responsibilities that would make them want to focus on this business seriously and things like that. So, when it comes to young people, you will find young people that you have to push for them to start learning about the business. And you will find young people that you do not have to push for them to start working on the business. Like this gentleman here, I do not have to push him. You already see he has already planned himself. Okay, so that is what happened. Then you can see here he was asking me for the skills, and this is what I told him. Let's listen to what I told him. So you see here, this audio, now I woke up, this was 1 a.m. So, and I told him now I'm creating the skills. So he's going to learn more about how to do. He's asking about the skills, about how to invite people. I even showed him an example that I used on him. This was the text that I sent him. Now these are what we call the scripts, okay? And these scripts you can change them. Do not use the same script on every person. And my upline used to tell me, do not copy my script. If I give you a script, do not copy it the way it is exactly. No, change something about it. Be unique in your own way. That is how you become creative, okay? So you can see here, this is how I approached this gentleman on Facebook Messenger. Greetings. I trust this finds you in a great mood. This is Osinde John. I'm seeking for, I think I read this, so like that now, and then listen to what I told him here. So let's listen to what I told him. This is one way of prospecting. Now, this is the one that we used on Facebook. This is one way of doing it. There are several ways of doing it. So don't be using just the same way to prospect every person, okay? So I want you to have a look at this. I'm going to give you other ways of prospecting. I will teach you. So I want to finish recording that video first, and then I upload it online, and then you can go there and watch, and then from there we will see what happens. Good. Then this is what I responded. Yes, now another thing, you are going to meet a lot of people who will tell you the business is impossible, or the business doesn't work, or things like that, blah, 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 blah. For you, don't worry. You see, one day when you become poor and you cannot afford food, the same people who are telling you that the business is not working will not even want to buy you a plate of meal. They cannot even afford to give you a 5-star meal for 1 week. Continuously, they will complain. Do you know why? It's because they are not people who have a heart of giving. Someone who is good at giving, or someone who has a good heart, or someone who wants the best for you, they will always advise you and tell you, please go for it. If you believe in it and you think it is a good thing, go for it, okay? Now, people who don't want you to change, these are people who are scared that if you changed, they will not be able to control you. That is the first thing. And number two, they are scared that if you changed, it will be hard for them to have access to you and manipulate you. You understand? That is what usually happens, okay? So I believe you're learning. So that is what happened, and then you can see here he asked me, so if I convince making 1 or 2 people, that definitely means my account can be opened. So this is what usually happens. Though for me, I don't call it convincing, I call it persuading. Persuading is an art of guiding someone to make the right decision if they're interested in something. So you're persuading, you're guiding them. Convincing is now when you're forcing someone to take a decision because against their will. And in network marketing, convincing is not usually a good thing. Even me, I do not usually advise anyone to convince any person, because a person convinced against their will is of no different than a person who is not interested in that same idea. Okay, so you persuade. Persuading is better. Persuading works when you're talking to that person and that person is positive minded. They want the business, and they want to learn how to do the business so that they can do it. Like this gentleman here, like Mr. Joshua here. So here now, what we are doing with Joshua, what I'm doing with Joshua is I am persuading him. I am not convincing Joshua. You have seen there is nothing that I've given Joshua that I'm forcing him. Why don't you join the business? Why don't you? No, I've not done that. I also have people when I prospect them and I ask them about and I show them the business and they fail to show interest. I usually ask them, I think did you change your mind about the business? And if they tell me yes, and I ask them, so we are not going to build the business, and they say no, I'm not interested, I tell them that is very okay, that is very good, and I leave them. I move ahead because I know not everybody is going to join network marketing. So you have to understand that also, that not everybody is going to join this business. So when you are sharing something good to someone and then that person rejects that good thing that you're sharing with them, just understand that they are not ready for it, or they don't want it, or they have other things that they consider important to them. So just understand like that, it is normal. And then now what you do is you continue looking for other people who think like you, who are having the same vision as you, who are seeing life the way you are seeing it through this business. And you tell them, do you know what? We can achieve that big life because we have this business that can enable us to do that. And that is now what we are doing. When you find the right people who are willing to do this business without you having to push them, your work is going to become very easy. Your success is going to become very fast, because these are people who are going to do the business without you being there. They will want to be independent. These are people who they just want you to guide them, tell them, do this, go here, pass through this, here you do it like this, like that. That is why you see here we are learning using real experience, so that even when you go and start doing this business, you will remember that someone has done it and this is how they did it, and if I follow the same thing, I'll be able to do. Okay, one beautiful thing with network marketing is that network marketing is like copy pasting. Not every tip that you're going to learn from someone is going to work. That is why I like using different examples, and that is why even you've heard, even in the mentorship, I was telling some people that when I give you a script, do not just copy it the way it is. Try to change it, try to become original, try to create something of your own. Like make it unique to yourself. So do not just copy paste everything we give you. Try to derive, try to become original, because these applications we are using, they are able to smell when you copy the same thing. So try to change to increase your chances of like that. And then Facebook is a very wide market. I think I will teach you how to. I think I taught you how to locate. How I located Mr. Joshua Chateka. The same example is that what you do, and then you locate the person and then you talk. That is what you. That is the only thing. That is what you're supposed to do to make the money in the business. All these things that we are talking about here, you only need time, you need a good phone, you need internet, you need to use your brain and your hands. And that is how you're going to put food on your table. That is what we are asking. Doing this, according to me, it is much better than going to make bricks for you to make the money every day. This one is easy. This one, you're just at home and you're doing things from home. Okay, so that is how it is. Okay, and then now you can see here he said if I convince making 1 or 2. So let's listen to what I told him. I think this is the end of the conversation. You can see when we started the chat, that the first time I contacted him was 2nd January. He didn't respond back. The second time I contacted him was on Friday. Today is Sunday. So, and then you can see this is the end of our chat. So listen to this.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Your work right now is to learn how to do the business. There are what we call daily tasks, daily activities that you need to be doing every day for the business. The first thing is what we call contacting. The way I contacted you, I sent you a friend request, and then the second activity is what we call prospecting. I started talking to you and telling you, brother, I have a business opportunity. Do you think you can look at it and see if it is a good thing? That is what we did.
So you start doing that. And the next thing is now doing the presentation. Now here you see I've done the presentation, I've taught you. Now for you, your work is going to be easy because any person that you're going to get, you're going to invite them to go and attend the Zoom meeting. We have another Zoom meeting tomorrow also. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have another one at 20 hours. And then on Monday, we have another one at 11 hours Zambian time. So I'll send you the timetable and then I'll teach you how to guide them to Zoom so that now they come to Zoom and they learn about the business. That is what usually happens, okay? So that is what we are going to do. That is what I told him. And then look at this last audio and then we will end this meeting. Now, another thing you need to focus on now, this is your first time, this is your first year in business. From today until the day you reach where you're supposed to reach, in fact, in the next 2 years, from today. So for me, we have started 2023, and I'm supporting my people from 2023 to 2025, then 2025 to 2030, and then there is another 2030 to 2040. So those are different stages. Now, from today onwards, you need to ensure that you focus on building as a big team. Like you focus on sponsoring or rather helping as many people to join your team as you possibly can. That happens for a number of reasons. One of the first reason is in network marketing we have something we call attrition. As I said, not everybody is the same. There's some people who are going to join your business in network marketing. They're going to become like network marketing tourists. They join the business, they stay there for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, they quit completely. So that is what we call attrition. It gets to a point in network marketing that the people who are joining are like the same number of the people who are quitting. It happens to every person. Even you, it is going to happen. Even to me, it happens. So it is natural. Not everybody is that committed into becoming successful. Now, for you to be able to overcome that, what you do is you build on a big team. So let's say in the next 2 or 3 years, we focus on helping you be able to build. We focus on helping you be able to build a team of, let's say, 100 people or 200 people or 300 people. These people, they are enough. And we mentor these people the right way. These people, they are going to help you make too much money. Most of the leaders who are very successful right now, they had to sponsor about 100 to 300 directs. Okay, frontlines or directs. For us in our team, we call them directs. That a direct is someone who joins directly under you. Like now, when you're going to join, you're going to join directly under me. That is now what you call a direct. Okay, so that is what happens now. Is it hard to get 300 or 200 or 100 people to listen to you? No. Why? Because we are in a world that has a population of 8 billion people. We will never finish those people. Even if we share all those people amongst us, we'll never finish. And you will die before we finish those people. That is what happens, okay? So you need to understand that now, for you to be able to increase your chances of winning, is that at the beginning, you must be ready to put in excess efforts. That is how our business is. In the beginning, you put in a lot of effort. The business does not even pay you very well. Somewhere along the way, you put in enough efforts, the business starts paying you enough income. And then as time goes by, eventually it gets to a point you do not even put in a lot of effort, but the business is paying you a lot. And the business, it gets to a point now the business is able to take care of you, the business is able to take care of itself, and the business is able to sustain your team. It is now running. Now that is now what we call total financial freedom. Most of the people who started this business in the year 2016, 2017, right now they are retired. Retired meaning they are not even making noise. They are there, they are making money every day, but they're not making noise. Why? Because they managed to build their team up to where they want. So their team is now self-sustaining, it is paying them, and they are supporting their people, they are mentoring them, and the money is flowing in daily. Now they have reached a point where now, even if they make noise or even if they preach about the business, whether they preach or not, they will still earn. So that is what we call retiring. And that is where you're going to be headed in the next 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. So that is our main goal. So to reach there faster, you need to build a very big team, like the way you've seen Francis Philly has done, the way you've seen now other people are doing. And that is now where I have reached in 2023. This is February. What is the time? February 2 a.m. 5th February. So I have started. This is my second month in the year. I've been making very good progress. Last month I made good money. I sponsored people. My team grew. This month I've had a sign up. I've had money in the DGC, and it is just on the 5th of February. So things are moving very well because that is the mindset I set for myself. That is how you are able to grow a very big team. Okay. So these are just the laws that you must follow in network marketing. And when you do these laws the right way, it's going to take you a short period of time for you to create massive success for yourself. Okay? Mm. And for you to be able to attract very big results. So I hope you're learning a lot. And today we have used your story as an example. So I hope this is not going to be a problem. We are just here to learn. And everything that I'm teaching you is the same thing that people in your team will want to learn. And I've decided to record like this because if we lose this knowledge, we might never recreate it. Okay? And so I also have another story of another gentleman where we are going to share, we are going to learn from, so that now we also learn and understand more. Okay, so that is how we are going to be growing. So that is the story of me and Joshua Chateka from where we started. From where we started up to where we are, you can see this is like 24 hours. Yesterday and today. This is just like 24 hours or in one day. And that is the progress that we have had. So he sent me even a contact of his friend. So right now he has connected two people to me and he's telling me more people are coming. And he's telling me I want to learn how to attract these people and how to guide them. And you see, what I've just been doing with him is what he can copy paste and use on his people. And right now he can adjust. You will always see where to adjust. You will always see what to change. And I like telling my people that if you are doing the business and I have told you that do it like this, and you use that method and you're not getting the results that are making you feel okay, you come, you talk to me, you tell me that this is what I did and I'm not getting good results. Where do you think the problem is? You even show me the charts, even send me screenshots of people, the way they are responding to you, I see, so that I know. Send me everything so that I listen to how you're presenting them to the business, so that I can be able to identify where the problem is and tell you where to change. That is how you grow in network marketing. Because network marketing, if people have done it and they have gotten the results and they are not willing to teach you, you can go the hard way. The hard way is where now you learn through trial and experience. For me, I learned the hard way. I used to try, it fails, I know, okay, so this one does not work, I change the strategy. That is why it took me a very long period of time to reach where I am. Okay, when you come to understand about my history of how I started building on network marketing, you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, so that is how I've been able to learn. But now for you, or rather for us who are listening to this material, your success is going to be very fast because you are learning from someone who has tried it until he has found the right way. In network marketing, we fail until the day we find the right way on how to do it. You try, you fail, you try, you fail, you correct, you try, you get it right, you move to the next step, you try, you fail, you correct, you get it right, you move to the next step. So our success is usually a combination of different failures until we found out the right way on how it should be done. That is our success in network marketing. That is where you wake up, you talk to someone, they're not interested. You talk to another one, they abuse you. You talk to another one, they threaten you. Now those people, they're just noise makers. They do all those things, but by the end of the day, there is nothing else they will do. It's just making noise. It usually happens like that. But for you, by the end of the day, you have a choice to decide to continue building on the business or to quit. If you quit, for us, we will continue building the business. We will continue making money. You are the one who's going to remain behind. If you say that you're going to build the business, I assure you that the more you do it and the more you are willing to learn and continue practicing and learning, the better you're going to become with the business, and the more you will start seeing your results. Okay, so network marketing is very beautiful. The knowledge we learn in this business, you can even use it to do other businesses, to handle people. You can even use it to raise your kids. A very beautiful business. And the knowledge that we learn from here, for sure, gives you very good results in life by the end of the day. That is how the business is, and that is how it happens. Okay, so the more you learn, the better you become, the better you get at getting good results. So that is how it is. So ladies and gentlemen, up to this level, I believe it has been a very beautiful lesson for us, and we are learning, and we are going to use other people's stories. I believe we have been careful enough. We haven't exposed any private personal information in this presentation, and that is how we are going to keep it. And one day someone is going to be very grateful for for looking at these videos and these materials of people. Okay, so I'm going to be creating more presentations like this so that you can learn from what we are sharing. Okay, so that is how our mentorship is going to be. So let's make the money. Let's make the money. This is our first year in 2023. I want us to make a lot of money. I want us to build a lot of resources and infrastructure. Just follow through. Go for the results. Go for building a big team. Bring many people into our team. That is how all of us are going to be solving our problems. That is what I want you to focus on. Don't be worried about the rest of the things. I am very smart at planning. I will help you plan. Whatever challenge we go through, we will come out of it and we will be able to win. Don't worry. A team, working together as a team is very powerful. Teamwork makes the dream the dream goal work. I don't know how it goes, but that is something like that. So let's learn how to work as a team, and let's learn how to go for our results, and let's be responsible. Let's have the discipline to do what we are supposed to do without being pushed. That is how we are going to make it very easy. Okay, so as you can see, our business involves a lot of things, but the journey to becoming better in our business is a very beautiful journey. So let's help a lot of people outside there in the society to not be scared. If you meet these people who are scammers, tag me there. We will deal with them. But otherwise, continue building the business. Okay? So have a blessed time.